up, everybody? And we're back again. This your girl Keita with Miss Claudia.
What's up, y'all?
This is episode number 9. Episode number 9.
Number 9.
We need to apologize for last week. We had some technical difficulties, so the show for last week we had to take it down and re-upload it. So both of those guys will be back up today, so you can enjoy those throughout your week. Um, but we'll recap anyway. Last week we talked about the stop and kiss, which is actually the stop and frisk law, and kind of just talked about how we as people are placed into certain groups, whether other people place us there stereotypically or we place ourselves there. But yeah, so that was the topic for last week. Also, we want to thank everyone who's subscribing and leaving comments. Shout out to Miss Marion, who left a very interesting comment on, I think it was show number 6, if I'm not mistaken. So we appreciate that, Miss Marion. So moving along into this week's topic. So it is officially February. We'll be celebrating Valentine's Day in the next 2 weeks. So our first couple of topics for this month, we're just going to talk about relationships in general. So this week our topic would be side pieces.
Side pieces. Side pieces.
Yeah. So, before we get into our topic, also, you guys, you still have time to enter our Valentine's Day giveaway. If you don't know already, for people who would like to hook up, hit us up at real.ish13@gmail.com and let us know where you are, who is the person that you would like to get hooked up with, because we're actually gonna make a call on our show for someone and treat you guys to your first date. Provided they say yes. And also, people who have been together 20 plus years, we want to hear from you guys as well. Again, hit us up at real.ish13@gmail.com and tell us where you are and what is it about your mate that has kept you guys together for so long. And we would like to do something for you guys as well. So, getting right into the topic.
I just want to say before we begin about this actually is the beginning of side pieces, right? Because I know you had a lot of info on this particular subject itself. But, this just goes out to those ladies who they don't realize, and not just ladies, men too, they don't realize that indeed they are a side piece. They actually think it's love, and really, you're just a side piece. You're just a piece of ass. That's really all it is.
But you know what? And I can't say, me and Claudia, we disagree on a lot of things. But I know we talked about this a little while ago, and she made a very, very good comment on the whole issue of side pieces. And I would just like to share that. So again, we talked about this a little while back. And one of the things, like she just said, that people don't realize that they are a side piece. The fault of that is not the side piece. It is the person whomever side piece you are. It is their fault that you do not know that you are a side piece. It is up to that individual to give you a clear, defined set of standards for your relationship. If anything, you need to do a contract.
Now here are 10 signs. 10. If you're confused, ask yourself these following 10 questions, and maybe you'll consider, shit, I might be a side piece. If the person you're with turns their cell phone off around you because you don't want to hear will you be my wifey blasting from a sidekick when his
woman call.
You're probably a side piece. If they never answer their phones and the reverse applies, they don't want you calling around with the wife and the kids are around, then you're probably a side piece. If Netflix becomes part of your regular routine because you know there's no such thing as real dates,
you can't go out.
You can't go to the movies. You're definitely a side piece. If you haven't met his bros, his homegirls, her homegirls, pretty much that's self-explanatory. You're a side piece. You don't come around the crib, alright? Why? He don't want you to see the family pictures, or she don't want you to see the family pictures. More than likely, and your place becomes the point of contact, again, you're more likely a side piece. They're not on Facebook. That could be questionable, but more than likely, if you see additional signs of what I just occurred in addition to they're not on Facebook, you're definitely a side piece. If you happen to be friends with him, and he just happened to restrict you from everything, and you happen to tag him on pictures and he untags you, there's a reason why he's untagging you. If you get shade and you don't know why, when other women start mumbling and talking, whispering as they're looking at you, you should know why, because you're a homewrecker and you're probably a side piece. If your trips consist of out of the town frequently, it's because he don't want you in the area. That means that you're a side piece. If your common phrase is, let's keep this between us, or I'm a really private person, and he says that often, then you're a side piece.
You know what? Those are some good tips. But you know what, too? There's also those, and we'll get into this a little later about those people who are a side piece and know they're a side piece, but they try to elevate their status. Again, this when it comes to the main individual. First of all, what male or female, you never treat your side piece the same way you treat your mate. You know what I'm saying? That's not
real girlfriend.
Exactly. And you have to set, like I said, clearly defined boundaries from the beginning. There's no reason why your side piece should be blowing your phone up and texting you 1,000 times when you're at home with your actual mate. There's no reason for that. What it is you have allowed your side piece to overstep their boundaries, and you haven't nipped it in the bud. So now you got the side piece thinking that they are equivalent to your actual mate. Hell no, that is not the way it works.
As a matter of fact, you want to buy a gift? Follow Kita's rule. Keep them under $10. $10. That's all she needs. That is all she needs. I mean, unless that badge is made out of gold.
Man, please, that ain't got nothing to do with it.
$10.
That ain't got nothing to do with it.
She's lucky you're watching Netflix. I mean, that movie alone is why.
That ain't got nothing to do with it. That's one thing with women too. When they messing with men that they know have a spouse or have a mate, because people done pump their head up thinking that they badge made out of gold. But at the end of the day, that ain't worth a damn when it comes to somebody's actual relationship, especially when you remain the side piece and end up having to move on. You and your golden badge just look stupid. You just home wrecking.
Home wrecker. And all I'm saying is I just want to be clear on something. The truth always comes out.
It does.
It may not come out now. It may take a year. It may take 2. But the truth always comes out. And you know something? And it's sad when it comes out. Because now not only are you losing your family or whatever the case may be, have you seen the movie Fatal Attraction? That's some fatal shit. Then she act crazy, he act crazy. Next thing you know, someone died.
Again, that's the thing too. And then let me just go ahead and say, we're not advocates of side pieces. Not an advocate, especially if you are in a relationship. If you're in a relationship, be in that relationship. If not, then just date. Don't be doing the thing like a lot of people do. They say they committed somewhere, but you want to do all this extra laying around. Don't do it. Just date, because a lot of people, they walk around, oh, I got this one and that one. I got, I'm messing with three, four, five people, and they take pride in that, male and female, because it's not just a guy thing anymore. But at the end of the day, you're not being honest with anybody. Ain't nothing impressive about you just telling a whole bunch of lies to get a bunch of women, or a bunch of guys to be calling you, and you know what I mean, trying to either throw you some cooch or some dick. Like, ain't nothing impressive about that. So, we need to for those of you who pride yourselves on that, get it together. Otherwise, just don't be committed to nobody. And I don't like when people in their relationship, they downplay their relationship to for the side piece. You know what I'm saying? Like if two people, they're actually together, or let's just say a guy, because it's common. A guy see a girl that he's trying to, he just want to get in the draws. He has a girlfriend or a wife at home, so they'll downplay their relationship like, oh well, we just talk every now and again, or we just, you know what I mean, as opposed to
no
this
physical contact.
Yeah,
we're just together for the kids.
Yeah, we just argue all the time. Or
that ain't my problem.
Really, you don't downplay your relationship for no side piece. That's not what you do. Again, there needs to be boundaries. And the reason, and this is another reason why people get caught so much, is because they don't set no boundaries with these side pieces. They let them get out of control. Their feelings go to getting all into place. You letting them blow your phone up while you at home with your mate. They go to thinking that they on the level of your actual mate and want to compete and do all this extra foolishness. It's like, man, come on. Soon as if you messing with somebody that you claim to be your side piece, as soon as they overstep their boundaries of a side piece, which means blowing your phone up, questioning your whereabouts, see, things like that, that is not the role of a side piece. And as soon as you do that, that's grounds for termination.
Grounds for termination.
Side
pieces, you need to be on call 24/7. That's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
I may not want to hear from you.
You on call, but the other person ain't.
That's right. But that's part of the contract.
It's part of
That is part of it.
Yeah.
If I want it at 10 o'clock at night, you better answer your phone, because that's the only time you might see me this week.
Yeah.
That's just the way it works. But then, and I think women are the ones who mostly experience the whole, oh, but I love him.
Mm-hmm.
And then, even though they agree to be in a side piece, then they start thinking he's going to leave his wife. And that ain't happening.
Not if he ain't did it already. And this is my thing, too, when it comes to side bitches. Because I told you, they don't know their place. They do not know their place. Why would you want, and this is how you can tell, like, the level of respect that people just have for themselves. Why would you want somebody that done left their home to come fuck around with you? Why would you even want that? Like, do you think, again, your badge is that golden, that he ain't gonna do the same thing when somebody else just like you walk by him? Or catch his attention? See, bitches be thinking, okay, I'm messing with this man knowing he got a wife, knowing he got a girl. He gonna leave her and come.
Here's the thing.
Look, he gonna leave her and come be with me, but when he come be with me, he gonna be faithful.
No.
Come on.
Here's the thing. If you're a side piece, bet your ass there's another side piece to the side piece. There's not just one side piece. They come in multiples.
Either that, it ain't nothing special about you being a side piece. He done had quite a few of them. You just the one at the time. And another thing too with the side piece, those of you who know you're a side piece, willingly messing around with somebody who's in a committed relationship or married, you wonder why you can't have a stable relationship. A lot of the bitches that I know keep messing around with these men. They single, and they have been so for so long. Probably will remain so for quite a while. They have a relationship. It's a quick fling. He gone on by his business. You wonder why you never get with anybody and really have something going on, because
you're a mess.
because because you open to being a side piece. You have no standards. So that is why
You're single.
you're single, and no one, and not to go back into, but when we talked about right is right, wrong is wrong, the truth gonna come out. You're not gonna be blessed with anyone that's gonna take you seriously in your life when you keep messing with basically when you are a willing home wrecker. A lot of women say, "Oh well, he with her, but it ain't my problem. If he want to come lay up in my bed or whatever." To a certain degree, you're aiding it though. You're aiding, um, you're aiding him with the home wrecking. Guys, people wouldn't cheat if it wasn't so many people to do it with. And now you don't really gotta tell a bunch of lies.
That's true.
Which to me is another thing I don't understand why the fuck people do it. Why downplay a relationship? You really don't even have to do that now.
No, there's no need for that.
Get you a
To get your side
piece.
nope.
You don't gotta do that.
Women just don't have no respect for themselves nowadays. People in general, neither
People
do
in
men.
general, yeah.
People don't even respect their homes. They don't respect themselves. And you got those hoops too. Like, look, you ain't gonna be. Beauty will wither away. You think you're fly? It ain't good. You're not gonna be fly 15 years from now. You're just not.
And not only that, when you a mess on the inside, it don't take long for that to come out. I don't care again how good you think your vag, how cute you think you are. Eventually, what you are on the inside is gonna come out, and that is why willing side pieces. We're talking to y'all. That is why you'll never have nobody. That is why that same man that you was laying up with, being his side piece, he's still at home with his girl. He's still with his woman. Cause that, oh my God, some good cooch shit. That shit gonna come and go. After a while, that shit gonna get old. Especially if you ain't got his heart, your little cootie gonna be just like everybody else's. Ain't gonna be no better than nobody else's. So, side pieces, get your lives together. Get your lives together. Like I said, we're celebrating Valentine's, the week of Valentine's. I think February 13th is Side Piece Appreciation Day. You bitches don't get Valentine's Day.
That's true.
No, they don't get the main holiday. You gotta get the weekend prior to, because and then Valentine's on a Friday.
And not only that, Christmas, you're eating alone. You're eating alone. Thanksgiving turkey for who? You ain't invited. You ain't invited.
I want to tell you another thing about the side piece that's just ridiculous to me. It's when you know this man with a family, you send a bunch of pathetic texts or calls to, like, I know bitches knowing this man at home with his woman, they sending texts. I'm tired of being at home alone. I'm tired of, like, bitch, what do you expect? What do you expect? And you want me to tell you?
Can't go to Hawaii with the family. You are not invited.
You want me to tell you, and this is the main thing that irked me about the side piece. When bitches make the comment, I know he's with so-and-so, but he still has to respect me. Bitch, no he don't.
No, he don't.
No, he don't. When you signed up as a side piece, right then, it is an unspoken agreement that you don't have to be shown no respect.
No respect.
No, that just means your job is to open your legs every now and again. That's it. That's pretty much it. So again, like I said, Valentine's on a Friday this year.
I mean,
so he gonna be at he got to be with his girl that weekend. So maybe he'll holler at you that Wednesday prior.
And if you are a side piece and you're hearing this, tell us. Maybe there's someone we don't know. Maybe there's someone we don't know about being a side piece.
Are you
I've
a side
never been a
piece
side
for Michael Jordan? Them the bitches that I want to hear from.
Yeah.
Not know you a side piece by the local drug dealer. You stupid. That's not what
I mean, take for instance, what's his name? Why can't I think of his name? Tiger Woods. How many he had like 20 side pieces. No one even knew.
But you know what?
And you know what? It took one not to know their role.
It took one to be calling that goddamn house.
It took one. It took one.
But you know what though? One thing I can't, it was just awful. It was just awful. But Tiger kept it pimping. Tiger bought me a
Because he-
car.
because
Tiger
he
did
knows.
this and that.
But you know,
All they could come out and say was, yeah, I slept with Tiger while he was with his wife. At the end of the day, it's like, you know, it was excessive because you had 1,000 women come out and say that, but you know, it's not like you spent your family's money on these bitches. Not like you had them shacked up in a high-rise condo.
Tiger Woods, man, you don't know how he rolls.
Which one of them women came out and said he was paying my rent? He had me shacked
Oh,
up.
for sure not. He's Tiger Woods. He don't need to do all that.
Exactly.
Sandra
All
Bullock.
they came out and said was that they fucked him.
Sandra Bullock and her man.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy?
The
The tattoo guy. I don't even remember his name. But anyway, how about him and those side pieces? You're gonna cheat, but he had that one side piece, the true side piece, which you know he whined and died.
Yeah, he probably did her. Yeah, but then again, it's like we look at it like, you know, that's something from the outside looking in as far as like the celebrities and whatnot. Because from the outside, like we don't know Sandra Bullock personally, so you know, of course, on the outside, it's like you stupid as fuck, you would cheat on her. We don't know. I try not to judge a person's relationship, although I feel like he's very wrong. But it doesn't matter when he was with Sandra Bullock or Jilly from the from the neighborhood, Jilly Julie, whatever the fuck. If you gonna be with her, be with her. Don't do all that extra. Otherwise, don't commit yourself into having your mate thinking that you are committed to them and that you love them, but you doing this, that, and the third. Just don't do it. I just don't believe in playing with people's emotion because, like you said, that is how people die. That is how you side pieces. That is how you play with your life.
But you know what? It's not the side pieces who are dying. It's the side pieces who are killing. Yeah.
You know what? Not all the time. Not all the time. Because when you mess with a woman household, look, you playing with your life. If you, with mine anyway, you know what I mean? You playing with your life, it's like you don't even know it. You are really putting your life at stake for some dick. I don't feel like it's worth it, so why should you? But again, you know, I don't really. I always feel like even if you gonna do wrong, what you should not do, you know what I mean? It's the right way to do that. Don't be having side pieces blowing your phone up. You need to set some ground rules for people who are doing this messing around. Set some ground rules. Because at the end of the day, your lie gonna come out eventually, but it will prolong it. I can tell you that. It will prolong a little longer if you set some rules for your side pieces. You know, if you can make it a clear understanding, you don't need to be calling my phone. I do have someone else. You are a side piece. These are your
But even if you lay down conditions and rules, and you even have a contract for them to sign, when these bitches fall in love, forget it.
A lot of times these hoes ain't even falling in love though. That used to I used to feel like, oh, you know, people go to catching these feelings and this and that, but you ain't just fell in love. You might have caught some feelings for them, but you ain't just fell head over heels in love. What it is it's a competition thing. That's all it is. It's not so much that you, oh, I care about him so much. Oh, I love him. Oh, I want to spend. It's just that you know he's somewhere else. That's all that is. It's the mentality of competition. Once he really get with you, if that was to happen, he or she, that's why a lot of times it really don't even last. Because what you end up finding out is what his woman or his wife or her man or her boyfriend already know that they ain't shit. Not for real. So I don't think that. I don't think, you know, maybe for young girls who, you know, oh, I'm just so in love. But a lot of times it ain't that, especially when you knew he was with somebody. It's just competition. That's all it is. Which is why they overstep their boundaries. Which is why they call the phone to see if you allow that. Long as you allowing them to be calling your phone, knowing he's at home with his mate. Long as he's allowing you to send all these texts. Long as he's allowing you to do all these things. Then, you know, again, they're going to go to thinking, well, hell, I'm just as important as she is. Or she ain't so special. Or, you know what I'm saying? You allow her to do it. Then, that's when you try to cut her off it becomes all the extra bullshit. Because you done allowed to overstep with boundaries for so long. It's just like anything else, like a teenager. You don't start disciplining a child at 16. They done already got out of control. You're supposed to start that off at birth.
At birth.
From the very beginning. You can't reel them in then and start thinking they finna listen to what you're talking about. That's not how it works.
It's humiliation. That you're just humiliating yourself. You're humiliating yourself in front of, your friend, because you know you done tell your friend.
And they talking about you.
Talking about you.
You think they What was that?
That's what that is. That is what that is. Alright? You bitches, you need to know your role. Or get out of that stamina. Come on. I mean, you can't possibly be comfortable being he is not the only one, or she is not the only one. At the end of the day, we know we're not gonna die alone. We're old enough to know that if something doesn't work out, it's not gonna work out.
Yeah.
And that is not the only man, and that is not the only woman in this entire world. We gotta give ourselves a little bit more of respect. Nobody else does it for us. So you guys gotta, come on.
But not respect yourself and respect other people. That's the thing too. Like if you are, and which just goes back to what I said, is why you wonder why you are alone, and why you wonder why when you do find somebody that you think you got something going on with, it withers away, or they going about their business, or they go look at another piece of ass. It's because when you don't respect another person home, when you know this man or woman is married, when you know this man or woman is in a relationship, when you don't respect their home, even if they are not willing to respect their home and willing to lay up with you, if you aid that and you don't respect their home as well, how the hell you think somebody gonna respect yours? Like, come on, it's a cycle. That's what I don't be understanding.
And you know what? Something on the side piece, the real woman, when she finds out, because she will find out, she ain't gonna let you have him that easy. That's the other part you don't understand. You think, well, if she finds out about me, then he's gonna come running to me.
She gonna
No.
She done invested.
No.
It been investments in that. No,
she's not. She gave this man how many years? She's not gonna let him go that easily. He's gonna have to pay. Sure as hell, he will suffer for a year, maybe 6 months. Maybe she's nice.
Maybe for the rest of their relationship.
For the rest of his life. But you know what? He will know he fucked up, and he will swallow it, and he will take it, because he ain't leaving his house.
Not if he ain't already did.
He ain't leaving that king size bed to come sleep on a floor. He just ain't. He's just not. It's true, Keita.
Yeah, it's true.
So be ready. You want to give that up. He's gonna just hate you.
and what's so crazy is that's what it leads to. At the end of the day, you don't get him. You look crazy. You know what I mean? And now, like you said, he damn near hates you. Just why put yourself in that position? And then I see a lot of bitches, they still, when they see him, still try to make little comments, still try to, and it's like, y'all just look lame as fuck. That's really what it amounts to. You just look lame as hell. Move on with your life. Just move on. Stop being comfortable with being a side piece. Ain't nothing cute about that. Like I said, unless you Warren Buffett side piece, ain't nothing cute. Ain't nothing cute about that.
Nothing.
Ain't nothing cute about it. Just cut it out, man. It's somebody, again, you blocking your own blessings. You blocking somebody who actually wanna be there with you and make you happy, because you wanna be an idiot. So, like I said, male and female, this goes for both, because there's some men out there too who's, because they're a man, you can be a side piece too now. Fellas, please don't think you can't. You can be a side piece too. Don't even know it. So, let's just get it together. But again, we're leading into Valentine's, that same week of Side Piece Appreciation Day.
So I just want to wish your side pieces have a, Netflix. Have a great appreciation week.
Oh,
we gotta pick up that popcorn.
This is what I was gonna say too. And I ain't trying to, I can't blast somebody, but find out, the side piece, I mean, you, of course, if the one that been messing with 3 months, you're obviously the side.
Oh yeah, it goes by seniority.
It is
guys.
seniority.
It is seniority.
Thank you.
All right.
You're
That's how it
obviously.
rolls. I mean, if he's been with his girl for 3 years, if he's been with his girl for a year, and he met you, and you guys only been dating for 2 months, you're the side.
You're the side piece.
Yeah.
So
Don't be mistaken.
but the side piece goes off, like she's the woman. But this is what I'm gonna tell you, which is funny, and this is for you, cause sometimes, and this is a situation where I feel like, you know, although you may have seniority when it comes to him, sometimes the woman can think she's the woman, but she a side piece as well. Because I think I don't know, it's Christmas, Valentine's, or whatever, but come to find out, how about he done went and bought both of them the same gift?
What? What? What was it? What was the gift? No, you gotta say. Keita, now you gotta tell the story.
It was a perfume. Both
same
of them,
perfume?
the same one. The same
Damn.
one. And I couldn't really, but at the end of the day, it's like, well, damn, both of y'all was side pieces. Cause at least you would have got
Something a little better.
Both of them got the same
What did he
perfume
do?
and body wash.
What?
Both of them. I was like, damn, although you got a year on it, both of y'all was side pieces. Both of y'all.
There must be someone else.
Yup, I think it is. I think there's a wife.
Oh, man.
I'm thinking there was a wife somewhere.
Body wash and
And
perfume?
perfume, the same exact.
I would squirt that shit right in his eyes.
Same exact one, same exact brand, same. Look, it ain't even like one got a 4 ounce and one got a 1.7 ounce. The same exact. Like, damn, that's hard up. That is hard up, boy.
Yo, did she choke him out?
I think that, I think she just washed her hands of the whole situation. I'm hoping that's what happened. That's what was said, so but he still be hitting her up, you know what I'm saying? And like, he messed up or whatever, but it's like the one, the one down in the chain, the 3-month one, I guess she acting like she's the woman. So, I don't know. But at the end of the day, a year, 3 months, what the fuck ever. You ain't finna get me the same exact thing that you done went and got some other bitch that you messing with. It don't matter if it's 3 months or a year. Like, that is grounds for termination, period. That means I can already tell it ain't nothing, in your eyes, it ain't nothing special about me. You can't even get me a better gift? Come on.
That's true.
Nah, you buy me the same thing you buy anybody. That's it. That's it.
That's true. The day that I get body wash from Mika, what? Something's about to go down.
I can see if I'm the only one that got body wash, and maybe somebody else got movie tickets. If I got
an upgrade.
Exactly. Like, come on, man. So, like I said, in those type of cases, I feel like both of them was. I guess she felt like she was on, but she was a side piece too. Unfortunately, I feel bad about that whole situation. Anyway, so guys, get your lives together. That's all we saying.
Get it together.
If you a side piece, stop it. You ain't gonna have happiness for real in life. Long as you steady, willingly wrecking somebody else home.
Yeah.
Even if you and that person are quote unquote meant to be, you gotta let whatever current situation he got going on, or he or she got going on, you gotta step back and let that resolve itself. You can't be the one that has come in between two other people. It's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. You gotta let that resolve itself, and if it's meant to be, then that's what it is. You know what I mean? But you don't want to be the one that walking around talking about you took somebody, man. Because what's gonna end up happening is somebody gonna come take his ass from you. That's just how it works. That's how it works.
Yeah. please don't go to church and ask God to show you the way. Bitch, you should have known the way. That's another thing too. They always they always reach out to the Lord. Please, God, please.
Why you gonna reach out to the guy when you doing wrong though? Like, come on.
Come on, you know.
He ain't finna bless that. Come on. But I know people do.
Listen, I ain't about to call anyone out either. Alright.
You got something you gonna share?
I'm gonna share a little story about a married man who found a side piece. Okay. Mind you, he was smart enough to keep the hoes in different area codes. Alright. Alright.
He was smart enough to keep the hoes in different area codes.
You know that's right. But what happened? She moved closer. So she moves closer. And what happened? She, it was more so like, surprise, guess what? I moved. I mean, bitch got up and left and moved an hour and a half away from where they met, because he would only come on weekends. Moved up an hour and a half from where he came. She's thinking, if I move closer, he will start coming over more frequently.
Yeah, we can see each other more.
Yeah, and he will leave his wife.
Oh, she knew she was a side piece.
She knew she was a side piece. She knew he was married.
Oh, okay.
So what happened? The minute he found out she moved closer, he ended that shit. You know who came knocking on the door? The side piece came knocking on the door.
How she know where he stayed?
And pictures of him, of her blowing him. I guess there must have been a lucky shit, creepy shit. Of course, the side piece is my friend. Not that I'm proud of that. So I got the inside, intel on this guy. Well, needless to say, her and the wife got arrested.
Oh Lord! Why they fighting?
Shit went down in that house. But ask me if he's still with her. You know, yeah, you know it. You know it. Bitch spent thousands of dollars moving her place, only for what? To get a record. I'm telling you, it's just not worth it.
And you know what be crazy too? A lot of, and I'm gonna just go and say to the wives and to people who've been with men or men who've been with women who cheating on them and they chose to kind of stick it out. And the situation is just a tad bit different from males, but as females, handle your business, ladies. You know what I mean? You're a man messing around with these side pieces. You done invested your time, especially if he's actually, he admits his wrongdoing and he actually tries to change. Try to stick it out if that's what you choose to do. Try to stick it out with him. And I applaud that just because I know a lot of people look at that on the outside looking in. Oh, she's stupid. She a fool. This, that,
but
and
you
the
are. They are fools.
No, I'm talking about like his wife.
His wife is a fool.
For what?
How do you not know? How do you sleep with the enemy and not know?
No, I'm not saying she didn't. Even if she did, because a lot of times, as women, we may not have the solid proof, but you a damn fool if you think we don't know.
You can feel it.
Exactly. She knew. She just couldn't. She didn't have no rock solid proof. But she knew. But what I'm saying is the fact that she stuck it out with him. I don't know, for whatever reason.
She stuck it out with him.
Yeah. Shouts out to her. Because, like I said, a lot of people on the outside will look at, oh, she's stupid. She should have left him. She should have. But at the end of the day, it's like, and this is when we'll get into our tips. You're not going to have a perfect relationship. Not saying infidelity may be one that he could. You might just get a sorry one who's still kind of working his way through life. You might get an idiot that that turn his head every piece of ass walk by. But still, if he loves you or he or she actually loves you, they're gonna try, and whatever it is, whether it's cheating, whether it's whatever their flaws are, they're actually gonna try to do better. So if she stuck it out with him, you know what I mean? Like I said, I shot her out just because a lot of other people might have been stupid. She should have left this, that, and the third. But it's easy for people who are single to say those things, who ain't got no relationship.
That's true.
Who ain't invested no time.
That's true.
It's easy for people to be walking around, oh, she should have left, she dumb, this, that, and the third.
It's
but
true. It's
when,
like, you know
when
what?
when they're in their relationship,
it's
and he cheat, exactly. As are they gonna be them one of them same ones that, oh, she dumb, she should have left, them same ones what you do.
But anyways, so in closing, I think, I want to hear from some sides. I'd like to hear your thoughts and opinions on this whole thing.
Yeah, send us your bullshit ass comments. Send us your nothing comments.
No, that ain't true. That ain't true. I don't think they're bullshit. All right, Kita's just out of control.
Man,
Kita. But I'd like to know, what your thoughts. Maybe we're wrong.
Hell no.
Maybe we're wrong. Okay, I would like to hear from some sides. Or if you're just interested in this topic and you have something to share, knowledge is always key.
Or if you are a woman who's experienced, you done had a run-in or two with a side piece and you want to share or give your experience, leave your comments as always, guys. And, yeah, we're going to go into our tip of the week.
Tip of the week, Kita. Share it, sister.
So, like I said, in the spirit of Valentine's Day, we're going to give a few tips on, because Claudia asked, I think a couple of weeks ago about, people that have been together, they have these long-lasting relationships. How do what's the secret, if there is one, One of the things is, if you're with someone, number one, it has to be both parties who first of all, that want to be there. Both parties have to want to be there. It can't just be one that I want him to be with me, so I'm willing to make a complete ass of myself. Or just one, oh, I want her with me, so I'm willing to do all the work and then just hope she'll stick around. No, because it is like, happiness in a relationship is not going to last if it's one-sided. Both people have to want to be there, and you have to make the conscious decision once you really find that person that you're really willing to ride it out with, that breaking up or divorce, that's not an option. That's not a solution. It's not an option. So whatever come across, you know what I mean, you both have to be willing to work those things out. Not only that, both people have to be willing to forgive when something do come up, because that's one of the problems too. And I can't say as ladies,
that's hard.
It's very hard.
I mean,
it's very hard.
When you think of your own relationship now, and I think when you actually are in love with somebody, when it's actual love, when you know him at his best and you've seen him at his worst, and and you actually love someone, and he fucks up somehow, it is hard.
It's hard.
Forgiveness is hard.
It is. But I can't say
that shit don't happen overnight, Kita.
Forgiveness, but it's a two-party thing. It's hard to forgive anyway, especially if you done fucked up, especially when it comes to infidelity. It's very hard to forgive. But it's not just, and I think this is one of the things too when it comes to people in relationships when infidelity takes place. It's like sometimes one just wants you, the one that did the fucking up, just want the next person just to get over it. I made a mistake, get over it, move on. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works, especially when you betray someone and taking their trust and basically taking their heart and playing around with it. That's not how it works. So if infidelity is the problem, that person that did it has to be willing to do what needs to be done to try to resolve the issue and gain that person's trust back. You have to be willing to do it. Not, oh, I messed up, so I messed up yesterday, you're supposed to forgive me today and don't bring it up no more tomorrow.
No, that ain't true. No, that shit's getting rubbed all over your goddamn
no.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, January, February, March, April, May,
exactly.
July.
I
may give you a break in September, but God only knows.
That's not how it works. So both people have to be able to own up to the mistakes that they have made. Like I said, especially one as serious as infidelity. You have to be able to own up to it. And if you still want to be in your relationship, you have to be able to work at it. You can't expect people to just forgive you and move on. Like that, no, that's not how it works. So that's the first one. And like I said, even if it's not infidelity, whatever the issue may be, both parties have to be able to forgive and actually work toward a resolution so that you guys can kind of, reconnect and get back the I guess happy times that you will have. Our second tip is both people have to support each other. That is another key area when it comes to a long term relationship. You have to be able to support each other. I don't know if you ever heard women say, or men or whoever, but I've heard a lot of women say, well, I ain't his mama. I ain't this. I ain't that. Very true. Very true. However, when you're in a long term relationship with anybody, you have to be willing to be whatever, to assume whatever role is necessary for the time. You have to be willing to be his mama, his daddy he probably ain't never had, his counselor, his hoe on the street,
That's
his
right.
financial advisor,
His secretary, because
his
God knows you're making
secretary.
a doctor's appointment.
Exactly, his secretary, his physical trainer. You have to be willing to assume all of those roles. Not necessarily saying that you just got to be taking care of somebody because it's a grown person. However, you still have to be willing to assume whatever role is necessary for your relationship. Just like he or she has to be willing to assume whatever role is necessary for her. Like, men that you got to be today, you got to be her father figure. You got to be her counselor. You got to be her lover. You got to be her mysterious man on the street. You got to be her financial advisor. You have to be willing to assume all those roles. That is the reason. That is the only way you're gonna have a long-term relationship. So, our two tips for the week was breaking up. If that's where you want to be, you both have to make the conscious decision. Divorce and separating will not be an option. And
Well,
you
it
have to
is an
support
option,
each other.
but it's not the right option.
I mean, of course, it's always an option, but two people have to make that decision together that in their relationship and in their household, if we're going to stick this out, it's not an option. That's all I'm saying. So, oh yeah, and supporting each other. So that's our tips for the week. Again, leave us your comments, your thoughts. Again, you guys have time. Tell your parents